Chosen one, if you have ever felt overlooked in a room full of people who had less to offer than you, stay with me for a moment. Because what I am about to say is going to make sense of that feeling. Brace yourself. There is a door about to open in your life, and it may come through a person of real influence. Someone with the reach to open what you could never open on your own. This is not something ordinary, and if you turn away too soon, you may miss the very moment God prepared to shift your path. But let me be honest with you from the first breath, because you deserve truth and not hype. This is not a message promising that a specific stranger is about to hand you money by tomorrow, and it is not telling you to chase after some fantasy. It is something steadier and far more trustworthy. The God who lifts up and brings down, who opens doors no one can shut, has been arranging things on your behalf, and he is faithful. What is coming is tied to everything you have endured, everything you quietly prayed for, and everything he has been preparing you to carry. Here is a truth worth building your whole life on. Promotion does not ultimately come from people. It comes from God. No one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt themselves. It is God who judges. He brings one down, he exalts another. Psalm 75:6-7. That means the offer, the open door, the favor when it comes. A person may deliver it, but God is the one who authored it. People are the envelope. God is the letter. So when the moment arrives, do not put your worship in the person or your fear in their power. Keep your eyes on the God who moved them, because he is the real source, and he does not run out. You have been living beneath what was prepared for you, and now you are about to be lifted into something that matches your true calling. Not because you finally impressed the right person, but because a person's gift makes room for them and brings them before the great. Proverbs 18:16. The gift God placed in you has been quietly making room, even in seasons when it felt like nothing was moving. And now the room it has been making is about to become visible. There were nights when you questioned whether anything good would ever come your way. There were moments when you watched others move forward while you felt stuck, unseen, and overlooked. God saw every tear, every silent frustration, and every time you chose to keep going even when it hurt. That endurance was not wasted. That patience built something inside you that now makes you ready to receive what is coming. You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? Psalm 56:8. Not one of those tears fell to the ground unnoticed. Everyone was kept, and everyone was building the person who can now carry what is being placed in your hands. If that just reached the tired place in you, the part that wondered if any of the waiting mattered, then before we go further, do one small thing so this word can keep finding you. Subscribe and turn on the bell, so the next word God releases through this channel does not miss you. And this channel exists to keep bringing words like these to people who need them. If you would ever like to help it keep going, there is a link pinned in the comments. No pressure at all. It is entirely optional, and it changes nothing about what you receive here. Now stay with me, because what comes next will make sense of your whole journey. Do not let doubt speak louder than truth. In this moment, you may try to question why now, and whether any of this is real. But hear this clearly: God does not lift the deserving by the world's standard. He lifts the faithful, and he often reaches for the very ones everyone else overlooked. The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Psalm 118:22. The builders, the people whose job it was to recognize value, passed over the very stone God had chosen for the most important place. If you have felt rejected, passed over, set aside, understand that heaven's pattern is to take exactly such a stone and make it the cornerstone. Being overlooked by people has never once disqualified you from being chosen by God. There is a reason it may feel sudden when it comes. It is because God is accelerating what was delayed and restoring what was held back. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Joel 2:25. He is a restorer of lost time, able to compress into one season what should have taken years, so that the very people who watched you fall behind will wonder how you moved so far ahead. You have been underestimated for a long time. People looked at you and saw only the surface. They did not see the strength you carried, the wisdom you gained through hardship, or the quiet faith that kept you standing when everything around you felt unstable. But God saw it. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16-7. That was the verse spoken over David the youngest, the forgotten one, left in the field while his impressive brothers were paraded before the prophet. God passed over all of them and chose the one no one thought to call in from the sheep. That is how God works. And now someone with influence is about to see in you what God has seen all along. Let that truth heal something in you, because being underestimated leaves a wound. When people repeatedly look past you, a quiet lie can take root, the lie that maybe they are right. Maybe you really are less than you sensed you were made to be. Tear that lie out tonight. The people who overlooked you were not seeing wrongly because you lacked value. They were seeing shallowly because they only had eyes for the surface. God has never once evaluated you by the surface. He has been reading your heart the entire time, the faithfulness no one applauded, the integrity you kept when no one was watching, the way you kept choosing to do right even when doing wrong would have been easier and no one would have known. That is the resume heaven reads. And on that resume, you are not overlooked. You are marked, chosen, and ready. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last. John 15:16. He chose you long before any person of influence noticed you. The God of heaven had already made his choice. Consider how God has done this before, because his patterns are your promise. Joseph sat forgotten in a prison, and then in a single day a door opened through a man of power, Pharaoh, and he went from the dungeon to governing a nation. He did not network his way there. God moved a powerful person at the appointed time. Esther was an orphan girl, and God moved the heart of a king so that she was positioned for such a time as this to save her people. Esther 4:14. Ruth was a widow with nothing, and God led her to the field of Boaz, a man of standing who noticed her character, covered her, and lifted her into a legacy that led to Christ himself. Again and again, God moves through a person of influence to open what the overlooked could never open alone. And he is doing it for you. But notice something crucial in every one of those stories, because it will keep you steady when the door opens. Not one of them chased the powerful person. Joseph did not flatter his way into Pharaoh's court. He simply stayed faithful in the prison, interpreting dreams, doing what was in front of him with excellence, until God summoned him up. Ruth did not pursue Boaz. She gleaned faithfully in the field, and Boaz noticed her. Esther did not scheme her way to the throne. She was faithful, and favor found her. The pattern is always the same. They were faithful in the low place, and God did the lifting. So do not exhaust yourself trying to force a door or impress the right person. Keep being faithful where you are. Do your work with excellence. Keep your character clean, and let God be the one to bring you before the great. Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before officials of low rank. Proverbs 22:29. Your job is the skill, the faithfulness, the character. God's job is the placement. And notice one more mercy in these stories. The preparation always matched the promotion. Joseph's 13 years in slavery and prison were not a detour from his purpose. They were the exact training he needed to govern a nation under crisis without being crushed by the power. The completeness of his hidden preparation was what made the swiftness of his elevation possible. God did not have to ease him into it, because he had already made him ready. That is the reason your season has been so long and so demanding. God has not been withholding your door. He has been building the person who can walk through it and not fall apart on the other side. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me, Psalm 138:8. He finishes what he starts, and he does not promote a person he has not first prepared. When this door approaches, it may not come the way you expected. It might come through a conversation, a recommendation, an introduction, or a moment that seems small at first. Do not ignore it. Pay attention, because hidden inside that ordinary seeming moment may be the beginning of something that shifts your whole path. The offer may seem bold, almost overwhelming, but if it is from God, it will carry his peace, not just his pressure. You have asked for elevation. You have asked for a chance to step into something greater than where you have been. This may be that answer not arriving the way you imagined, but arriving the way that actually moves you forward. Right here, on the theme of favor and open doors, let me offer you something completely optional and never expected. In Scripture, when God brought increase, the faithful honored him first with the first fruits as a way of saying, God, you are the source of this, not me. Some people, in a moment like this, want to plant a small seed of that same honor, not to earn favor, but to acknowledge who the favor comes from. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Proverbs 3-9. If that stirs you, the giving link is pinned in the comments. Optional, appreciated, and it changes nothing about what you receive here. But hear me plainly, God's favor is not for sale. And if this is a lean season, keep what you have and simply honor him with a grateful heart instead. The gratitude is the seed that matters most. There will be voices around you that try to make you hesitate. Some will say it is too much, too fast, or too risky. But learn to recognize God's voice above all the others. His voice brings clarity, not confusion, peace, even when the situation feels unfamiliar. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. John 10:27. As you stay close to him, you will grow able to tell the difference between the fear that scatters you and the peace that confirms your steps. This is not about chance. Everything you have been through has been preparing you for this exact moment. The delays were not denials. The waiting was not punishment. It was preparation. God needed to shape you into someone who could handle what is coming without losing yourself. Because what is coming is not small. It carries responsibility, influence, and the chance to be a blessing to many. When the door is placed before you, do not shrink back. Do not doubt your worth. Stand firm in who God has made you, because the person extending this opportunity is not just seeing your present, they are sensing the potential God placed in you, and he is the one who put that recognition in them. This is how God works. Through people, through timing, through moments that seem ordinary but carry extraordinary purpose. And right now, he is moving on your behalf. For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose. Philippians 2:13, he is working in you and around you and through people you have not even met yet. Do not be afraid of the size of this opportunity. You were not created for small living, and you were not designed to remain hidden. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14, there is more in you than you have allowed yourself to believe. And now that truth is about to be revealed through what God is opening. But hear this too, because it will keep you safe. The favor is never only for you. It is entrusted to you so you can be a blessing. I will bless you, and you will be a blessing. Genesis 12:2. That is the true purpose of every open door God gives, not merely your comfort, but your capacity to lift others. Keep that at the center, and the favor will never make you proud. It will only make you grateful and generous. Have you ever wondered why you have always felt a little different? Why your path has been unique, even lonely at times? It is because you were never meant to blend in. You were made to stand out, not for the sake of attention, but because a light is meant to be seen. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. Matthew 5:15, God did not place his light in you so you could hide it to keep other people comfortable. He placed it in you so it could give light to everyone around you. That sense of not quite fitting in was never a defect. It was the early evidence of a calling that was always going to require you to stand a little apart. Stop grieving the fact that you never blended in. You were not made to blend in. You were made to shine, and I want to speak to the loneliness that has often come with that difference, because it is real and it has cost you. There were rooms where no one understood the depth of what you carried. There were people who could not see your vision because they were never given it. There were seasons you walked mostly alone, wondering if anyone would ever truly see you. But hear this, the same door God is opening will also bring the right people, people who recognize your value without needing it explained, who can walk beside your calling instead of competing with it. God sets the lonely in families. Psalm 68:6. The isolation of the preparation season was never permanent. It was clearing the ground so that the right connections could finally grow. Do not fill the empty space with the wrong people out of fear of being alone. Let God bring the ones he assigned. There will also be moments of testing in this new season. Not every step will feel smooth. There will be situations that challenge your patience, your understanding, your ability to stay focused. But do not interpret these as signs that you took a wrong turn. They are part of the process of building something that lasts. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1:2-4. The test is not there to push you out, it is there to make you strong enough to stay. God is not trying to disqualify you. He is deepening your roots for the weight of the fruit that is coming. Now let me give you something to actually watch for, because a promise you cannot recognize is easy to miss. This kind of shift tends to unfold in stages, though I will not put a rigid calendar on it, because God keeps His own timing, and I do not want you counting days instead of trusting Him. The first stage is recognition, not action. You may notice a name, a face, or a conversation resurfacing in a way that feels slightly out of place, as though it does not quite belong in an ordinary week, an unexpected message, someone mentioning a person you had not thought of in months, or a quiet rise in your own confidence for no clear reason. This stage asks nothing of you but attention. Notice it. Do not dismiss it as nothing. If this is landing in your spirit, stay close to it. If you have not yet, subscribe and turn on the bell, so that when the door actually shows up, the reminder to trust God through it is already in your hands. This is the kind of word you return to on the days you feel overlooked again, when the old smallness tries to creep back. Subscribe so it is there waiting. And if someone came to mind while you were listening, someone faithful who has felt passed over for far too long, share this with them. It may be the exact word that helps them hold on until their door opens. Now let me show you the next stage. The second stage is where the door itself becomes visible. It may show up as an actual conversation, an introduction, a message from someone with real influence, or a shift in how people around you start responding to what you carry. This is the stage where doubt tends to get loud, because now there is something real enough to lose. But that doubt is not a sign you misread the first stage. It is simply what fear does when something real is finally in front of you. When that fear rises, answer it with truth. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. The fear is loud, but it is not the truth. Do not let it talk you out of a door God opened, and the third stage is where you actually have to decide something. This is not a passive stage. At some point, you will be asked directly or indirectly to say yes to something bigger than what you are used to saying yes to. That is the moment everything up to this point has been preparing you for. You may feel a sudden rush of hesitation. Your mind may question whether you are ready, whether you are capable, whether you even deserve this kind of opportunity. But those thoughts are not aligned with the truth. God has already spoken over your life. You are more ready than you feel, because the people God uses almost never feel ready. Moses argued that he was not eloquent. Gideon called himself the least. Jeremiah said he was too young, and God used every one of them, not because they felt qualified, but because He qualified the called. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. This opportunity will not only change your circumstances, it will begin to change how you see yourself. For too long you have measured your worth through past struggles, through moments where things did not work out, through doors that stayed closed. But those moments were never meant to define you. They were shaping you, quietly building resilience, sharpening your discernment, and preparing you to recognize the value of what is now being placed before you. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. Nothing was wasted. Every closed door was steering you toward the right one. There is something important to hold on to as this unfolds. Do not shrink your voice to fit other people's comfort, and do not lower your confidence to make others feel secure. This opportunity is not asking you to become someone else. It is inviting you to fully step into who God already made you to be. The person extending it is not looking for perfection. They are recognizing something authentic, and authenticity is something you already carry. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. You are his handiwork. You do not have to manufacture worth you already possess. As this door begins to open, you will notice a shift not only around you but within you, a clarity that was missing before. Decisions that once felt confusing will begin to feel obvious. Paths that once seemed blocked will begin to open. You have walked through a season when nothing seemed to move quickly, when everything felt delayed just as you thought progress was near. That season is ending. What is about to happen may move at a pace that surprises you. But do not let fear interrupt the movement. Fear will whisper that you might lose what you gain, that this could end in disappointment like before. But you are not the same person you were before. You have grown, you have learned, you have been strengthened in ways that now make you ready, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1-6. Here is a second invitation, again completely optional and never a requirement, since the favor coming to you is meant to make you a blessing to others. There is a kind of giving that carries that same purpose, sowing into a work that brings this hope to someone else who is still feeling overlooked, still waiting for their door. When you plant into that, you help carry the message to another person's turning point. Sow your seed in the morning, and at evening let your hands not be idle, for you do not know which will succeed. Ecclesiastes 11:6. If your heart is moved, the link is pinned in the comments, optional, appreciated, never expected, and it changes nothing about what you receive here. And if you have nothing to give, your prayers and your sharing sow just as powerfully into someone else's harvest. The offer itself may carry a boldness that matches the preparation you have gone through. It may involve stepping into a new role, entering a new environment, or taking on responsibilities that feel larger than what you are used to. But God is not placing you there without support. He goes before you, clearing the path, removing obstacles, and placing the right people around you. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31:8. You will not be alone in this. There will be moments when you feel the weight of the new season, when you wonder if you can handle everything it brings. In those moments, remember, God did not bring you this far to leave you in uncertainty, and understand that the person opening this door for you is also stepping into a role in your story that will refine you over time. They will bring access, but access always comes with new pressures, and that pressure will not destroy you, it will strengthen you. Growth does not come without weight, but consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1-2-3. The pressure that comes with the promotion is not punishment. It is the very thing that will forge you into someone who can carry it well. You are entering a season where the gifts you carried quietly will begin to speak louder than your doubts. The abilities you developed without recognition, the ideas you kept to yourself, they will begin to find expression. People will start to notice what you bring, to value your input, to trust your presence. This is the shift you have been waiting for, even if you did not realize it. And when the attention comes, do not do what you have always done and step back into the shadows. You have learned to stay in the background, to let others take the spotlight, to keep your contributions quiet. But that pattern cannot follow you into this season. You are being called forward, not backward, positioned to stand, not to hide. Arise, shine, for your light has come and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Isaiah 60:1. I know that stepping forward may frighten you, because staying small has felt safe for a long time. When you shrink, no one can criticize what you never showed. When you hide your gift, no one can reject it. Playing small has been a kind of protection, but it has also been a kind of prison, and God is calling you out of it. He did not give you the gift so it could die unused inside you out of fear. Remember the servant in Jesus' parable who was given 1 talent, and, out of fear, buried it in the ground. And the master's grief was not that he lost it, but that he never used it. You wicked, lazy servant, you should have put my money on deposit. Matthew 25:26-27. God is not asking you to be reckless. He is asking you to stop burying what he gave you. The safest thing you can do with your gift is the very thing that feels riskiest. Bring it into the light and use it. A buried gift blesses no one, an invested one multiplies. And do not be surprised if stepping forward requires a courage you are not used to needing. The enemy of your soul is far more comfortable with a hidden you than a visible one, because a hidden light changes nothing. The moment you decide to stop shrinking, expect resistance, the old doubts getting loud, the familiar fear rising, the temptation to retreat to what felt safe. That resistance is not a sign you are doing the wrong thing. It is often a sign you are finally doing the right one. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1-9. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward while afraid, because you trust the one who is going with you. Take the step trembling if you must, but take it. The God who called you forward will meet you there. There is a difference between being given an opportunity and being able to sustain it. Many people receive chances, but are not prepared to carry them. You are being prepared not only to receive, but to hold, to steward, and to multiply what is placed in your hands. That is why your journey has been different, why your path felt slower, heavier, more demanding. God was building endurance in you, so that when this moment arrives, you will not crumble under its weight. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. Your faithfulness in the small hidden things is the very reason you can now be trusted with more. This is why God rarely gives his biggest assignments to the people rushing hardest to get them. The ones grasping for elevation are often the ones least ready to hold it, because they want the platform without the preparation, the crown without the cross, the harvest without the years of hidden faithfulness. But God is not building you a success that will collapse the moment the pressure comes. He is building something that lasts. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Psalm 127:1. Anything you seize by force, you must defend by force, and it can be taken the same way it was won. But what God builds and God gives, God also keeps. That is why it is worth waiting for his door instead of forcing one open yourself. His door comes with his covering, and here is a warning worth holding. Spoken in love, guard your heart when the elevation comes, because favor tests a person as surely as hardship does, sometimes more. In the low season, the danger was despair. In the season of favor, the danger is pride and forgetting God and slowly drifting from the very intimacy that got you here. When you have eaten and are satisfied, be careful that you do not forget the Lord. Deuteronomy 8:10-11. Many have survived the wilderness only to be ruined by the promised land, because prosperity made them forget the God of the wilderness. Do not let that be your story. Stay on your knees in the high place the same way you did in the low place. Keep worshiping, keep serving, keep remembering who lifted you. The favor is a gift, but it is not the point, the giver is. Keep your eyes on him, and the elevation will never cost you your soul. The person approaching you will notice more than your abilities. They will observe your character, your consistency, your ability to remain steady when things become uncertain. This is where you will stand out. Many can perform for a moment, but few remain grounded when the pressure increases. Your life has trained you to stay stable, and that stability will become one of your greatest strengths. But you must also understand that this door will require you to let go of some things. There are habits, environments, and even relationships that cannot follow you into this next level. That is not a loss, even if it feels like one at first. It is a clearing, making space for what belongs where you are going. No one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God. Luke 9:62. Holding on to what no longer fits will only slow you down. You must also learn discernment about the people who begin to gather around your rise. Some will come because they see what is happening and genuinely want to walk with you. Others may come because they believe they can benefit from your position. This is not about shutting people out, it is about letting only the right people come close. The right connections will feel steady, balanced, and supportive without pressure. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Proverbs 13:20. Guard who you let near this new season. Not everyone who claps for you is assigned to walk with you. Before we come to the close, Let me ask you one last time gently, and then I will leave it be. If this is the kind of word you want walking with you into this new season, subscribe and stay close. Not so you never miss a video, but so that on the day the decision comes and fear gets loud, the reminder to trust God is already in your hands. And if you know someone who has been overlooked and underestimated for far too long, share this with them. Your share may be the word that helps them recognize their door when it finally opens. Now, let me show you the deeper thing God is doing. Because there is a deeper layer to all of this that you must not miss. This opportunity is not only changing your external circumstances, it is transforming how you see yourself. For a long time you have carried a quiet strength without fully recognizing its value. You have walked through challenges without acknowledging how much you overcame. Now you are being placed where that strength becomes visible not only to others, but to you. Confidence will stop feeling forced and start feeling natural, because it will come from knowing what you have endured and who carried you through it. You will stop seeking validation in places it was never meant to come from, and stand instead in the settled understanding that God prepared you for this. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me, your love. Lord endures forever. Do not abandon the works of your hands. Psalm 138:8. There will come a moment when everything becomes clear, when you look at where you are and realize this is what you were being led toward all along. That moment will bring a peace that replaces every doubt you once carried and remind you that nothing you went through was meaningless. Every delay, every rejection, every obstacle had a purpose. You were being positioned. And as that settles in, you will also begin to understand how important it is to carry yourself well from here. Because this is not only about reaching a new level, but about maintaining it. Success without character quickly fades. But what God is building in you is designed to last. Stay consistent in your actions, intentional in your decisions, grounded in your values, and near to the God who lifted you. Do not forget where you came from, not in a way that holds you back, but in a way that keeps you humble, aware, and grateful. Your journey gave you a perspective others may not have. It taught you resilience, patience, and empathy. And those qualities will become essential as your influence grows, because they will shape how you treat people and how you handle what God entrusts to you. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. 1 Peter 5-6. The same humility that kept you faithful in the low place is what will keep you safe in the high place. Do not let go of it now, and keep gratitude at the center of everything. Do not let the speed of your progress cause you to forget the journey that brought you here. Stay connected to the truth that everything you now hold is something you once only hoped for. Gratitude keeps your perspective clear and your heart grounded as you rise. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. You are not only gaining, you are becoming. Each step is shaping your character. Each decision is building your identity. You are growing into someone who can carry more, handle more, and bless more, not by chance, but because you are stepping into who you were created to be. There will be moments when you feel stretched, when the demands feel heavy, when you wonder if you can keep up. In those moments, remember this truth. You are not doing this alone. God is with you, strengthening you, guiding you, giving you what you need for each step. You do not need to have it all figured out at once. Take one step at a time. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3-5-6. Move forward with confidence, and trust that each obeyed step will light the next. Let me give you something practical to carry into the days of waiting and preparation, because a word you do not put into practice fades by morning. First, keep doing your work with excellence right where you are, even before the door opens. The favor that lifts you will find you in the middle of faithfulness, not in the middle of striving. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Do the small thing well, and you will be ready when the large thing comes. Second, guard your inner life, your peace, your prayer, your closeness to God as fiercely as you guard anything, because it is the source of everything else. When the noise of new attention grows, his voice does not get quieter. but the noise around it gets louder. Protect the quiet place. Third, stay grateful daily. Begin each morning by naming what God has already done before you ask for what is next. Gratitude keeps a rising heart humble, and a humble heart is one God can keep lifting. Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up. James 4:10. And when the fear comes, because it will, especially the closer you get to the decision, do not fight it with willpower. Answer it with the word of God. When it whispers you are not ready, answer, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. When it whispers you will be abandoned in the deep end, answer, he will never leave me nor forsake me. When it whispers you do not deserve this, answer, I am God's handiwork, prepared in advance for this. Fear is loud, but it is not the truth, and it has no authority over a door God has opened. You did not receive a spirit that makes you a slave again to fear, but the Spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship. Romans 8:15. You are not a slave to fear. You are a child of the God who is opening the door, and children do not have to be afraid of their Father's good gifts. And if your heart wants to keep this close, to hold on to God's faithfulness on the ordinary days when the door still feels far off, to carry a word of peace as you wait and prepare, I have gathered something gentle for you. Over at Noble Soul at noblespiritual.com. You will find quiet blessing cards, morning and evening reflections, and simple, beautiful pieces made for exactly these kinds of seasons. The season of being prepared, of trusting God's timing, of holding a promise before it fully arrives. Nothing loud, nothing urgent, just quiet companions for a heart in a season of waiting well. When you are ready, the link is in the description and the pinned comment, like a soft place to land. And as we come to the close, one last invitation, then only a blessing. If this word met you tonight and gave you back your hope, some people like to mark the moment with a seed, the way people in Scripture built an altar to remember the exact place God met them and made a promise. If your heart is glad to, the giving link is pinned in the comments, purely as worship, optional, never expected, and it changes nothing about what you receive here. God loves a cheerful giver. 2 Corinthians 9-7. But the truest seed you can plant tonight costs nothing at all. The decision to keep believing, to keep preparing, and to say yes when God opens the door. Plant that one, and heaven responds. Hear this final word over your life, chosen one. You have not been overlooked by the one whose opinion actually decides your future. Promotion comes from him, and he has been arranging it since before you knew to pray for it. When the door opens, however it comes, and through whoever he sends, do not shrink, do not doubt your worth, and do not forget who authored it. Keep your eyes on the God who lifts the humble, who takes the rejected stone and makes it the cornerstone, and who does all things beautiful in their time. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Your time is not behind you. It is in his hands, and his hands have never once been late. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Now go and walk like someone who already knows who is going before them. And so it is. Amen.